Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion, said Aristotle. The final level of persuasion uses ethos, a concept from which we derive the word ethics. Ethos requires integrity, character, wholeness, consistency, and discernment. In essence, ethical people are a living example of the truth behind their arguments. They don't just say what they believe, they live what they believe. Their arguments and opinions speak for themselves in the actions that they choose to take. The consequences of their actions prove the truth behind their opinions. To me, this is the most powerful form of persuasion. This is what persuaded me to put people into success or interview them for the CD that went in the magazine. Those who walked their talk, those who were doing and have done at an extraordinary level what they will then advise the rest of us to do. This is also how I try to live. You can listen to me or you can just witness me. Either way, you will get exactly the same message. I recommend this as your most powerful tool of persuasion and influence as well. The best way to practice or use this tool of influence in your sales or business life is this: be a product of your product. Before you try to be persuasive, be sure that you are persuaded yourself. Before you try to convince, become convinced. Just like you shouldn't ask someone to do what you've not done or wouldn't do, you shouldn't ask someone to buy what you wouldn't buy. Before persuading, be persuaded. Before convincing, become convinced. Before selling, buy it yourself. If you haven't or wouldn't buy what you sell, I suggest not doing that any longer. Why? Because there is a great chance that you won't be very good at it. You see, as intuitive beings, we communicate mostly through feeling. Our words resonate and transmit a feeling. They are not just noise vibrations, they are also energetic vibrations. If you are communicating something you truly don't believe deep down, that will be transmitted with your words. Your listener might not hear it, but they will feel it. They might not know why they don't trust you or why they don't believe you, but their gut will inform them that they shouldn't. Isn't it interesting that most people think persuasion and influence as a device of trickery or deception, yet the number one most important principle to being persuasive and influential is to be authentic, the opposite of manipulation, chicanery, or dishonesty. It is easy to try to manipulate. It is hard to be a living example of your pitch. This is also the reason why most people are not very persuasive or positively influential. Ultimately, true persuasion only occurs when we experience the power of an idea for ourselves and make that idea our own. Ethos requires that we become more to others before we expect more from others. Success in business as well as life requires the same. So as you march forward into the world from this point forward, to be more influential and persuasive, think about how you can help people make decisions and take actions by 1, presenting why they would want to do it, maybe through a series of logical concluding questions. 2, engage them emotionally by having them co-create in the process and use the law of the few and the law of contrast. And then 3, be sure you are the living embodiment of your pitch so that you can communicate that message with moving and persuasive energy. So, share your ahas. What was your best takeaway from this series? How has this helped you become more persuasive already? Tell us about it in the comments below.